Explosive Pro Wrestling will celebrate its 9th anniversary at the Vasto Club, Balcatta on November 27th. This is the countdown to Reawakening 9.
I've already covered it 100 times on the microphone talking to people at EPW shows. I got out of EPW, I retired, I started a life for myself out of EPW, away from wrestling. And one day I get the call from my best friend Jimmy Payne, says, "Dooley, come on back. Come back for just one more match. Let's just go around one more time." And foolishly I did. Shattered my hand at the Mirrabooka Square Shopping Centre, and from that moment onwards I knew that my best mate Jimmy Payne didn't have my best interest at heart, and set about exacting revenge the best way that I know how, and that was to make sure his blood filled that ring and his blood covered the hand that he scarred of mine.
I planned to stay away. I didn't think I was coming back at all, but I did, and I wanted my friend back too. I wanted Nate Dooley and Jimmy Payne back together again. I may have made a mistake by pushing him into it, so be it. Look, accidents happen, it was a mistake, get over it.
It really was the absolute lowest point of my life. I had to pack up, come back to Perth from the eastern states, and it was horrible. It was the worst time of my life, and I felt like the only way I could pull myself out of that darkness was to make sure that Jimmy Payne felt the pain and the loss that I felt. And I was hell-bent on making sure Jimmy felt the loss and the misery that I felt.
We grew up together. I stood next to you on your wedding day. If I ask you to fight me, you fight me!
So he was clearly mad at me. He wanted to fight me. He made me lose my winning streak at Reawakening. So yeah, I was a little bit pissed too. But this guy took it to a whole new level. He was so mad, we had to have the fight. I thought he needed this to get it out of his system, and then things would be cool.
It came out of Evolution. That's when I planned to really show Jimmy Payne how much he'd hurt me, how much damage he'd done to not just my body, but to my career, to my plans, to my life.
So at Evolution, it was all set. I had my fingers crossed, this would be it. He'd beat me up a bit, we'd have a bit of a fight, he'd get it out of the system. But he took it way too far.
I really felt that the only way to feel like I was whole again, to feel like I'd come back from the lowest point of my life, was to make sure Jimmy Payne's blood was on my injured hand.
There's a difference between an accident and mistakes and actually trying to injure and end the career of your so-called friend. You don't see me calling up my friends, hitting them over the head with kendo sticks. You don't see me calling out my friends, stabbing them in the hand with a broken piece of kendo stick. Okay, what happened to Nate Dooley was an accident. What happened to me was completely intentional, and I don't put up with shit like that.
After Evolution, I felt in my heart that the matter was settled. Jimmy Payne's wrestling career was over and my new life in EPW had begun. But Jimmy, once again, is his same selfish person, the same selfish guy he's always been. Couldn't let me have the spotlight, couldn't let me enjoy the fruits of my labor, and came back.
If you've been watching EPW as long as Nate Dooley has, you would know that you cannot slap Jimmy Payne in the face and get away with it. You would know you cannot hit me and not get one coming back right in your direction.
Hey, Jimmy Payne is like a cockroach. I could not kill him. He came back, smashed me through a table. Jimmy Payne once again injures me, puts me in a wheelchair, puts me in a neck brace. So I've decided to put my own hard-earned money on the line. Why should I do the dirty work myself when I can put up a $2,000 bounty to any man who can take out Jimmy Payne?
And now the time comes for Reawakening, that magical time of year, and I think I'm gonna get my hands on Nate Dooley. But that slippery little princess puts one of his henchmen in front of me instead. Put a bounty on my head.
Bobby Marshall, it was a road to glory that he put his hand up and made an attack on Jimmy Payne and said he's going to be the man to end Jimmy Payne's career and win some cool hard cash in the process. So it's going to lead to here, Reawakening 9. It's going to be an I Quit match, and good God, we've all seen these two guys go at it before.
Let me make this clear. I don't care about Nate Dooley's issue with Jimmy Payne. I don't care about the money. What I care about is a prominent spot on reawakening and getting some revenge on Jimmy. Jimmy Payne hasn't just defeated me in the past. He has beaten me in some of the biggest matches I've ever had. Every single time I've been on the cusp of cementing myself as the best wrestler in EPW, Jimmy Payne has been there to cut me off, right at the last hurdle. Reawakening 5, my first ever main event, Jimmy Payne. Evolution 2007, ladder match, Jimmy Payne. 6-man street fight, again, Jimmy Payne. Every single time, Jimmy Payne.
Bobby Marshall, this isn't personal, but you're just Nate Dooley's scapegoat standing in front of me. I'm gonna mow through you, and I'm gonna mow through every single wrestler he puts in front of me until I get my hands on him. Nate Dooley, reawakening. Jimmy Payne's career over? No. Friendship over? Yes.
Now this might not be personal to Jimmy Payne, but this is very personal to me, and it will be an absolute pleasure to make Jimmy Payne say I quit in front of all his fans at Reawakening.
We all remember the ladder match between Jimmy Payne and Bobby Marshall. I mean, these guys have had many classic matchups, and I think Reawakening will be no different. I personally can't see any of them saying I quit, so it's going to make for a fantastic matchup.
Bobby Marshall, Jimmy Payne, I quit. $2,000 for Bobby if he gets the win. I'm gonna say Bobby for that sweet $2,000. He is going to make Jimmy Payne quit. He's gonna beat him so bad that Jimmy Payne might just say I quit twice and try and collect double the reward. Yeah? Easy money, easy money. That's how we would do it. We'd do it like that. We'd do it like that. We'd do it like that.
I reckon Jimmy Payne's gonna win this match for one reason only. That man is unstoppable. I mean, let's face it, I know he's lost one match at Reawakening and the rest he's won, but when that man's on a roll, nothing can stop him.
These two have faced each other countless times. They've even won Match of the Year for their ladder match for the EPW Championship. These guys have been through hell and back. So when it comes to an I Quit match, I honestly cannot see either men willing to say the words, I quit.
Jim might.
It's anyone's guess who will say I quit, because it's not, you don't look at these two guys and think either one of them's going to quit, but I think Jimmy Payne wants it more. I mean, he wants to get to Nate Dooley, and the only way to do that is to make sure Bobby Marshall doesn't stand in his way, so I'm picking Jimmy Payne.
Now, Bobby Marshall, you've come in here wanting to secure this $2,000 that's on the line to take out Jimmy Payne. People will do anything for money. Jimmy, you've got no idea what's gonna come to you because he'll stop at nothing to get it.
Bobby Marshall and Jimmy Payne, this is probably the toughest match at Reawakening to pick a winner. When he's motivated, I don't think there's anybody better in Australian wrestling than Bobby Marshall. But with that being said, Jimmy Payne is the greatest champion I've ever had the pleasure of stepping into the ring with. These are two tough guys, and you can expect them to beat each other until there's absolutely nothing left. But if you're going to ask me to pick a winner, nobody defines the spirit and the passion of Reawakening better than Jimmy Payne. Although I can't see Bobby Marshall saying the words I quit, I just believe that somehow, some way, Jimmy will find a way to win.
$2,000 is nothing to Nate Dooley, but to Bobby Marshall, it's a whole lot. Lucky for him, he gets to do it on the biggest night in Australian wrestling at Reawakening. Make Jimmy Payne say those words that I desperately want to hear, I quit.
Jimmy Payne, you have made a career out of holding me down. And at Reawakening, I will take my rightful place at the top of the EPW mountain, and I will make you say, I quit.
Bobby, you're not going to be walking away with $2,000. You're not going to be walking away with a win over Jimmy Payne. In fact, you'll be lucky if you're walking away at all.